Okay, so here we are. This is Sai playing Endless Legend for Master of None. We are back. It's been about a week since I recorded episode 1 in the series. I've been playing a lot of this game since, and there's definitely a few things right off the bat that I want to do, just to change up how things are going to go in terms of how much I'm going to play this. First and foremost of which is my hero, Avara Lashmak II. Don't know what happened to his dad. Don't know if there's going to be a third or a fourth. Time will tell. So he is currently attached to my army, which is cool and all, but what I actually want to do is make him the governor of my city, Randare. Now, I want him to be my governor because the Mezari are kind of like the science civ. So their big faction perk is science. Now, by having him as my governor, he will give me city bonuses, which I have to activate on him. It's kind of a leveling up thing. So to show you what I mean, if I go into inspect and on his skill tree, you have this whole perk list. It's basically a perk list. Now, with a Mezari hero, there are kind of, for a city governor, there are kind of two end goals here. So in this one, we have 3 levels of science increase, big science increases for your trade routes. So, you know, you have to get that. It's just so OP when you complete that. It's insanely good. The other one you want typically is right the way over here, which is no negative effects from winter, which is huge. That's a really big deal. And just to make things even more annoying, you have 3 levels of this. So plus 5% on everything except for approval, and then plus 5%, and then plus 10%. And to my knowledge it stacks. So again, crazy perks. So we need to just leave him as a governor. We need to get some of these perks going. It's always a bit hard as the Mezari because straight off the bat I can add a science boost to my city, which is cool and is good, but I really want this. Kind of, if I can get there first, everybody wins. So we're going to aim straight for this one first, then we will come back and get that. I'm hoping personally, if I go this way, so I take one of these going to that, then that's probably the most efficient way to get the biggest gains the most quickly, if that makes sense. So we're going to do that. So we've gone for fast healer, so that's, to be honest, this guy is going to be staying in the city, so unless I get besieged, which I'm not planning on letting that happen, this isn't going to be of any use at all. But we need it to get there, so what do? We crack on, we get on with it. That's what we do. Another thing I've definitely realised over the course of playing this game as much as I have been is definitely on this difficulty, it's really good to get some settlers out there. Just kind of get them out and just get them settled so that you get some new cities, you get some strategic resources coming in. It just seems to work. Like, it might just be a Mezari thing, and again I stress I am a horrendous noob at this game, but every game I've played, by expanding straight off the bat and getting guys out there to found new cities and getting other strategic resources in, especially with the Mezari who have the holy resource, which I'll explain later when it becomes more relevant, games have just gone really well for me. So I'm gonna repeat that here. Where we left off, we have a new empire plan to set up, so we're going to do that now. We have 45 influence points to spend. We've spent 10 already on a 20% science boost, which I like. I'm also going to take this one for the 3+ gold. And in fact, I'm going to take this one as well. So I'm going to get cheaper units, I'm going to get more gold, I'm going to get more science, and I've still got 15 points carried over for the next one. So that's cool, because you just need to keep this building up, because by the late game, if you can get sort of multiple of the sort of the late bonuses, influence is an absolute game changer. It's so important. One of the other things we're going to do, we are going to give our army a name, Now, I'm a big fan of all things Warhammer. I am absolutely in love with the Horus Heresy series, so my naming theme for my armies is always Space Marine Legions, and I'm starting with my personal favourite because there is only the First Legion, so they're going to be the Dark Angels. What I'm also going to do whilst I'm here is something that is just vitally important over the course of this game. I'm going to edit my units. Now this is kind of unique, at least to my best knowledge, to Endless Legend, and it's one of the things I really enjoy about this game. You can tweak and improve your units individually, by type anyway, and it looks cool. The weapon skins just make them look different. It's a really cool feature. It's one of the things I love. If you don't do it, this game will absolutely punish you. I mean, even on easiest, you don't have to make huge improvements because the AI isn't outright trying to steamroll you. But the first game I played, I just wasn't aware of this at all. And I had huge armies of low-level men with no upgrades, and I was getting just trampled by much smaller armies of much stronger soldiers. So this is huge. So we are going to straight away, we're going to increase small damage boost on the weapon, and we're going to do we're just going to do a complete upgrade. And you can see as I'm doing it, there's a very marginal increase in stats, but it's all good. It does add production on. Why can't I add that? Oh, I can. I just was being an idiot. So it changes the production cost quite drastically, but if you can get one army of these guys in the early game, you can defend against pretty much anything, and you just keep improving them gradually as you get better resources and you research better techs to increase and improve your weapons. So we're going to go straight for that, and we're going to apply. And then what I can do, I doubt I'll be able to do it now, but I actually can. You can retrofit your units, so I can basically bring the spec of these guys up to my new spec. And of course, because I've not used any gear that uses titanium or glass steel, which is actually the only one I have, it's only a gold boost to increase the strength of these units. Note that it does say you cannot do this outside of one of your own regions, so I will be moving them just in here so that I can do that. And the second they hit home, we will be upgrading them. What's this, a resource boost? Well, I can't reactivate that, that's fine. Settler in one turn out of the capital, so we can get another district straight up and running, which is good. And we have completed Imperial Highways, excellent, so we can get some roads. Let's go and do that. Let's get our settler straight away. Now just panning out, and the reason I'm doing this is just to see what the resources are looking like around the map. So we have titanium here, we have glass steel here, and here. And it looks like we've got an AI up here. It would be great to find one that had both in. That would be nice early on. I don't know if I will find that, but I am going to go and have a look for it. I'm going to retrofit these guys as well to make them just a little bit stronger. And we're going to move them back over here. And just to test them out, we are going to attack this village. We're going to attack it. So I'm going to auto these battles because I'll be honest, I don't enjoy the manual combat in this game. It drives me wild. It's just not to my liking at all. I'd much prefer the auto fight, so I will be doing that all series long. So apologies if that turns you off, but that's just how I play. Your basic odds are highlighted by this wheel, so it looks like I've got about there or thereabouts a 77% chance of victory in this. I'm going to set them to offensive, I'm going to auto it like I've already said, and we're just going to see how we get along. And we won. Not comfortably because we've taken some damage, but most importantly my guys have leveled up. I haven't needed to use reinforcements from over here, which is good because I get more experience, and I've pacified this village. Or well, I've killed this village. Pacification is a different thing, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm going to move my settler this way for the time being. I figure right now I'm going to move one here, and I'm going to go and get the other one up here to get this titanium. So we'll just see how that pans out. I'm really hoping though that one of these resources, this region maybe has some titanium as well. That would be cool. It's my second settler, so you'll notice I've lost 2 population off of my city. Every time you build a settler, you lose a population. It's just kind of, it's just what happens. So we're going to build a right of way to get a road up because we like a road. We're also going to build an empire mint to get some more gold because we like more gold. And then we're going to build some watchtowers to increase our line of sight and hopefully just get a better grip on the horizon and what's going on out and about. So we'll end the turn there. We're going to get the settler out. We're going to have him moving up here. Maybe up here. Let's go find. We're really looking for is titanium, but I don't think we're going to get lucky. So we're now going to find a spot to settle. So your best option with this is just to zoom back in until you get about this view. When you found, and you just want it so that obviously you can see the resource indicators. So what I'd really like is something with good production, but also in the early game, the little purple thumbs up is approval. It's basically how happy your citizens are. The higher it is, you can kind of overproduce on your resources. Conversely, the lower it is, you can take some pretty bad penalties. So you want to keep this sweet where possible. I have just noticed over here, 16 production, 12 production. If I could get something similar-ish with approval, that would be great. I don't think I am going to get that, but I am going to take this one. 3 food is light, but we can get around that with food buildings, and there's a 7 food tile not a million miles away that we can expand to later on. So we're going to go here, we're going to make ourselves a city, and that's going to be sweet. So, there we go, management sciences, ace. So let's go and have a quick peek in these ruins and see what that brings. 50 dust, very nice. Exotic exotics, nice. So, just one of numerous types of fancy tiles that give you various perks and bonuses. Anomalies, they're called. It's the right word, not fancy tiles, but hey hey. So there's 3 here, so this is probably a good spot to found a city. So I think I'm just going to go right ahead and do that. I can't imagine for a second that there's going to be 15, 9, 14, 6 and 10 is some nice numbers. I could probably get better production over here, but not by loads. I don't think. What's this? 17, 13, 4, 4 and 10 versus, what did I say? 15, 9. Actually, I don't know. Seventeen, 13, 4, 4 and 10. I'm actually going to go here. I definitely think it's the best thing to do. And then we're going to be looking for the same thing here. I think we'd already decided that we want to go over there, so that's fine. So we'll get them moving over there, and we will end the turn. Let's keep things moving. So let's keep you going where you're going, and keep you going where you're going. We we have discovered a new minor faction. So we found some two-headed wolf dudes. So great, two-headed wolf dudes. That's a great way to start a turn. The best thing with setting up new cities is your immediate choices to build are always pretty straightforward. You've got 4 buildings that you really kind of have to get up straight away because they just give you a basic boost to everything. They're cheap to build, they're up in 8 turns as you can see, and if you wanted to you could easily buy them out. What I'm also going to do though is get the extractor set up quickly, because then you get your strategic resource. So titanium is a strategic resource. We can use this later on to build and buy good weapons, so we are going to put that there. We are also going to use the gold extractor to extract some, you guessed it, gold, and the spice extractor for no prizes, spice. They're luxuries, they give us booster bonuses, which I will go into in a few turns when I can actually use some of these. But as you can see, within 12 turns I have these set up. I'm actually going to buy out the titanium extractor. It's 97 gold. I can afford to do that. It's worth it. It means I'm starting getting my titanium from next turn. On that note, we are going to go and explore this ruin because it says down here that I still have one move to make. And I've fucked it up because I'm a special case. But that's fine. Keep an eye out down here when you're playing. Sometimes it will mislead you because this is basically what they put in place of that annoying cycling unit thing in Civ, which I know you can turn off, but I tend to find sometimes I get lazy with this, because I'll just be like, I haven't got any moves to make, and then I'll forget that I've got, say, a settler out or yada yada, and then I'll be annoyed because I've wasted a turn. Because your units will just sit there, it won't sort of skip to them to be like, hey guy, you sure you don't want to move these guys or anything like that. They will just sit there until you tell them to do something else, which can be really annoying if I'm honest. And I've just done it again. I've just done exactly what I said not to do. I've just hammered end turn because it was just like, hey, I know what I'm doing. I want to search here. Ooh, very nice. Scepter. One of the cool things about ruins is that you just find such a variety of stuff, and some of them gives you quests, some of them gives you legendary weapons or shields, some just give you gold, others just laugh at you and give you nothing, but that's all part of the fun. Straight away we've got another city again, so we are going to literally rinse repeat what we did over here. We are going to get our 4 basic buildings up, then we are going to get our extractor, which we are going to immediately buy out because I can afford to do it, and our luxury extractors as well. Notice now we have the Garon expansion. That is because I killed or destroyed the minor faction village. So what you do, you rebuild it for them, and when you do that, they're pretty happy. They are pacified, they don't spawn hostile armies to come and kill you, which is very courteous of them. And on top of that, they also give you 1 population to your city. So it is very worth, early on and quickly, getting rid of them and rebuilding, because you get an early pop boost which you can put these citizens into production or food or whatever, and it just makes life easier in general. And who doesn't like an easy life, really, when it comes to the crux of it? Who doesn't like an easy life? So I've got 1 move to make apparently, just to attack them, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to let this guy heal a little bit more, so I'm going to end my turn. Empty research, so let's put some new stuff on the old science. What have we got? So these are tier 2 weapons made out of titanium or glass steel. Now I want these very quickly because they will help me make good weapons, and I like good weapons, they make me happy. I want the deep generator. The deep generator is a great building, and I want the meritocratic promotion tech, which is quite the mouthful. The reason I want the meritocratic promotion set, which I've managed to say again, is because the meritocratic promotion tech gives you +2 army slots on your empire, which is a big deal. Now that isn't army slots in the sense of you're limited by how many armies you have. you are limited by how many units you have in an army, and this lets you have an extra 2. So it is, it's a bit of a no-brainer. So we're going to go straight for that one, and then we will come back and reprioritize these later on. So come off that. See, I'm hovering straight towards end turn again. He's not healing as much as I'd like, but I think I can probably take these guys. You can bribe them, you can parlay with them, but it's just attack them. See, we've got good odds. I'm sounding far too confident about this. I'm probably about to lose a guy. I lost a guy. But we pacified a village. What do you do? So we'll add that to the old queue. Bang. That one there. And what I will do over here is queue up some soldiers, because I just kind of need them, really. I just want an army, a good army. Just go the full 6. We'll go the full 6 and we'll get them out quickly and early, and then we'll go back to building all these other good things, which I probably should be building, but I've got roaming armies now, roaming around, haha. So I really need to get them in check. So a few armies will help me do that. It might be that I actually make 2 3s, because that's probably all I'll need, but we shall see. So what's my other move is these dudes. So we'll get them heading over here for an explore. And it's time for another Empire plan. That came around really quickly. So we're going to do exactly what we just did before. We're going to go boom. And boom. We now can't take another one because the cost has gone up. I'll be honest, I don't know what drives the cost up. It might be cities, that would seem more logical, but I don't know for certain. It just means that I now don't have the points to spend to get my unit cost reduction, which is a shame. Because actually I am going to spend most of my next turns building units, so I am going to take it. Sorry, plus gold. I will have to just get by. I can promote my hero though, so there we go. We're going to keep working up to here, so we'll take a fortification bonus on my city, which isn't that exciting, but the next thing, plus 5% on everything except approval, will be exciting, so it will be worth it. No, I don't want to lose my changes, I want to apply that. And then dismiss that, and then what moves have I got to make? Just need to do some exploring really, so we'll go and explore over here. I should be quite careful because after a little while I will get victimized by roaming armies, because they don't really give a shit, they just attack you for just fun really. But hey, that's their incentive at the end of the day, isn't it? So no moves to make, so we're going to end the turn again. Minor faction, major pain. As minor factions go mad over the plague, oh joyous, their armies do increase damage. 50% on attributes of units from hostile minor faction villages. Great. This is just not what I wanted to happen at all. On the plus side, I can reactivate some boosters, so I will have that, and I will have my glass steel, which gives me 20% gold. Delver's villages in Dutherad. I don't think I'm near Dutherad. Oh, and that is not a Delver's village, so this isn't Dutherad either. Is that a Delver's village? That's a Gelderus. That's not Dutherad either. Cool. I do now have roaming armies though, so that's not ideal. I need to get you home if I can. I've got these Silic sat next to my capital, just jazzing around. Silics are annoying, they're hard to kill, they're tough, they have a horrible attack that just hits all your units when you do a manual battle. They're a real ball buster. Let's try and get everything in promotion. I don't think it's going to speed anything up, not in the short term, but what can you do? I need an army. I've been attacked. This place my faith in the Dark Angels. Come on. Oh, well, holy balls. That's gone badly. Okay, fine. So, yeah, that could have gone a lot better. And by a lot better, read really, really fucking better. I now need some soldiers, like, desperately. And I bet I can't speed build one. Oh, I can. I can speed build one. It's going to use all my gold, but I don't have a lot of choice. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get another marine queued. I'm going to move them straight to the top of the production crew. Because I kind of have to. Because I did it dumb. I should never really have done that attack, but there you go. So in 2 turns I'll have 2 more marines over here. In fact, you know what, for argument's sake, I may as well just go all out on army. Just get some army up whilst I've got that bonus to unit production. And then just go on a real binge and kill some of these roaming armies. Because they are going to be everywhere now. Legendary deed no longer attainable. Oh well. Legendary deeds were added, I believe, with the Guardian expansions. What's this bird saying? She's terrified of me. Weakness of its army as well. That's quite funny because mine aren't exactly strong, but there you go. So she has closed her borders. That's fine. Each to their own. Didn't want to go into your lands anyway. I am not interested. Oh, now what? Received a message. It is not easy to impress us, but we have to say that your great military power has done the job. Jesus Christ. I mean, I have 3, 5 marginally upgraded troops, and she's terrified of me. So there you go. So let's get one of these straight out as an army, and we'll just go and whack these selects. I said that far too confidently. So even with the militia and my hero, it's still... cool. You know what? I got very little XP for that, but worth it. And we're going to head towards their village and probably get killed attacking that. Because hey, why not? And then that's, I've got construction. I do really like that. I like how it will tell you if you've got cities, it won't let you progress the time without producing stuff. So let's build these legendary buildings. So these act like boroughs in as much as they expand your cities, but they give you nice bonuses which are unique to each of them. So we'll get 2 queued up, and then yeah, I can't afford to speed that marine because the other civs, I keep calling them civs, the other factions will try and be building these as well, and I want to beat them to it. Just cuz really. What I didn't do is I did not tell my little city to build anything, which is a shame, a real shame. So I'm going to do that. We'll just do a queue. So we are going right away for a road, watchtower for line of sight, sewer system will give us a nice little approval bump, make everything a bit more efficient, which we like. Strong road architecture for fortification and army XP for any army in the city. Conscription Center will give me an XP boost when I train units there, and a canal system will increase production overall. So I'm actually going to skip this one right up second. I want the road first, and then we'll go straight into the canal system. So we will come out of that, we will hit end turn, we will begin immediately. See, alas, another empire is erected, the legendary building. The fame and the effects of the building will not be mine. There we go. Oh, and an enemy army has pillaged, or is pillaging rather, one of my regional buildings. That's these Joes over here. He's just burning my city for the lols. So we're going to just say nope to him. And yeah, weakened Minotaurs will not bother us at all. so we're gonna just get rid of them. And then on our next turn we will have more Marines, which we like. We're just gonna keep training a few more because I think we need to. I'm gonna get these two added over here. Yeah. I'm still researching. Wait, I thought I was doing 6. Hey, that's my next tech. Too bad. I need that now. So 3 turns, fine. So that's dealt with. 4 moves to make, really? Just gonna move it there and just let it stand there for a bit. I'm gonna reactivate our boosters. Into them, and in one turn we will merge them to make a big army, and we will hit that Silic camp and hopefully kill it, because it's going to bug me otherwise. I'll merge that into you, end the turn, and merge the next one we get into you as well, and then we'll try and get rid of that other Garang camp, just to try and ice some of these camps before we are crawling with roaming armies, which will upset me. So we're on turn 37. We're going to do this episode until turn 40. Like we did before, 20 turns an episode I think is a good amount. We're going to attack this. We've got fairly good odds. We're going to hit it. That's gone fine. One Marine took some pretty bad damage, but he will get over it. We're going to put them back in the city. We're going to add the Garang camp to be fixed. And they will all be done in 5 turns, so that's going to be a nice pop boost. And then we're going to get them building the road as well, because roads, always roads. 2 units that can make a move. I get my extra army slots next turn. I've got a Silic roaming army now to deal with as well. Joyous. I'm going to let him come to me, and then I'll get to reinforce. So he's going to attack me anyway, but that's fine. That's my choice. I'm letting him do it, guys. It is my party, and because I want to, I will cry. So we're in a new era. These damn Silics, they are so strong. That's not gone as badly as I thought it would. We can now merge them into one super army. I've got 2 more Silics to deal with. I'm just going to go for this because I just really want this camp done. We're just going to attack it. We're going to auto. We're just going to get rid of it. And we've got rid of it. Groovy. It's kind of a bitchy way to do it because, you know, there's only one camp, but Silics are so annoying, like desperately annoying, because they are so strong. We're going to go and search this room. New luxury resources have been found, and new strategic resources. We've got adamantium and palladium. I loves me some adamantium. It is a good resource. It is a good resource. Straight away we want to queue up that. And that to get my extractors. I've got a move to make apparently, which is this one over here. So, do I have camps in Marin? Yes, I do. So we are going to go and hit these camps. Is that in or out of Marin? That is out of Marin. We're going to go that way, and we're going to attack whoever is lurking in there, and just totally pacify all of the villages in our ground. Winter has started. Joyous. I just love winter. I really do enjoy it. And by enjoy it, I mean I rest that will resolve itself. So that takes us to turn 40. And we've had some buildings start. And a new empire plan yet again. So, as promised, we are going to leave that there. We are progressing. We are progressing nicely. We started to get strategic resources. I want to get a few more of those before I start giving my armies fancy weapons and fancy armor. I fully anticipate probably settling another 2 regions next turn, or on the next video. In fact, I'm going to queue those up now so that I stick to that. We're going to queue up 2 settlers to get them, just get them out and about, and 222, that's just really not worth it. I'm going to put that one in the, I'm going to put that one at the end actually, because then as soon as I've built that, it will give me the pop boost back. So, there we go. So, as always, I've been Sai. This has been Endless Legend. I am going to save my game here, and I will be with you again for episode 3. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.